Welcome back to our program. This is the Transportation Sales Tax Program, and it's also called RoadWise by a lot of you who've seen our signs along the street and streets, especially where bonded projects are concerned, the large ones, as we mentioned earlier in our program. But we're now talking about some of the other somewhat smaller ones, but very significant ones, because they have to do with drainage and they have to do with resurfacing. And what is resurfacing for somebody like me who just doesn't know?
Well, through the allocation program, historically Council puts about $4 million a year towards resurfacing. We use our pavement management system, which I've mentioned to you before, which is a computerized system where we go out to every road, collect data on that road. We have over 1,600 miles of paved roadways, centerline roadways in the county.
In Charleston County?
That's correct, and that's secondary roads, which is what our system focuses on. So using that information, we then go back based on the funding that we have and decide or use that data to perform an analysis to help us determine what roads to resurface or maintain to extend the life of the overall network of roads. So how can we best spend our money, stretch out our limited funding to keep our roads in the best shape as possible?
You're familiar with the fact that the County Council has said they will claim many of the county roads that used to be out in the, well, they're still out in the rural areas. Does that add more to the workload?
No, that really is more to do with dirt roads that the county has historically maintained. With the resurfacing, we're looking at existing paved roads. And one of the things that we're looking to get into now is more preservation type treatments that we haven't done in the past, but we've actually released a few contracts recently where we go out and we don't necessarily do roads that are in bad condition. So the citizen may be a little confused on, well, my road's not in that bad of shape, why are you out here doing something to it? The idea there is if we catch a road while it's still in good condition, provide a very inexpensive treatment to it, we then extend the life of it. So that in the long run, for a life cycle analysis, cost analysis, it's cheaper for us to maintain roads in good shape with inexpensive treatments rather than wait till it gets to a very bad state where we got to come in and totally reconstruct, rehabilitate the road and remove a large portion of the road to reconstruct it. Is 10 times more expensive than if we go out there and catch it while it's still in fairly good condition.
So that diminishes the idea of having to maintain on a large scale basis and on a frequent basis, because you're catching it even before it gets to be too serious a problem.
That's right. We're trying to provide the right technique at the right time. So there's a lot of analysis that's involved, and we specifically have to look at the roads and make sure they're good candidates for those type of techniques. But again, it's the idea that we're trying to stretch our taxpayer dollars as far as possible to continue to keep our roads in good condition.
I've had at least a couple of citizens ask me, knowing that I'm in public relations with all of you, why doesn't the county use concrete as opposed to asphalt? And I don't know the answer to that. Do you know the answer to that?
Most of all of the concrete roads actually in Charleston County are state maintained in their primary routes, which we don't typically get involved with our pavement management system. The program was built on secondary roads, and that's typically what we focus on. We do get into primary routes sometimes with the sales tax program and rehabilitating those. Usually that's a joint effort with SCDOT. They help us identify those when we're actually going to work on a primary route.
Is making an intersection, or improving an intersection, I should say, as well as some of the other projects that you do, the local paving, the bike and pedestrian, the drainage, the intersection, are these expensive kinds of things these days and times, especially with the economy in the condition that it's in? Do you find it expensive, or are we doing okay with the RoadWise program?
No, I mean, we competitively bid all of our projects out, so we do estimates on them, value engineering analysis before we bid them out. So we have an idea of what they're going to cost and project that out as we're working on the project. But projects can range anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 for a ditch type drainage improvement, up to we're working on New Road, which goes town of Hollywood and Ravenel in the southern portion of the county. It's a dirt road that we're paving. That project's a little over $2 million, but it's almost 2 miles of road. So it's a large local paving project where we're bringing the road up to a paved condition.
As manager of the allocations program for Charleston County, what is your ultimate goal here for the people of this county as it regards these areas of allocations projects? Allocations meaning the dollars are put down by the county council periodically.
Mm-hmm. I think the goal of the program is to complete as many projects as we can and help utilize the taxpayer funding as best we can to complete as many projects. Mm-hmm. And it goes back to the objective evaluation criteria that council has given us the tool to use to analyze. So when we do that, we're selecting projects that are of good cost benefit to the community. So as many of those as we can complete is our goal, to complete as many as possible.
You know, it's interesting that Berkeley and Dorchester counties now have penny sales tax programs, and they're getting in on the act because I guess they see the success of Charleston County with just the half penny. Mm-hmm. So just imagine what they can do, and I think it's great. Plus, it really supports that notion of connectivity, and yes. I think that's mm-hmm. important, and you've mentioned that already with the walkways and hopefully the highway systems as well, and the road mm-hmm. systems. You really have given us a lot of information, and we appreciate it.
Sure.
I can say safely that the numbers are up in allocations projects, because I remember writing a press release about a year ago, and the number was high in the 300s, but it's really going up there now. So mm-hmm. y'all are making a lot of progress, and I bet you're glad of that.
I think so.
Yeah, you really are. Thanks for being a part of our program.
Sure, no problem.
Enjoyed having you here.
Thank you.
Eric Adams, who is managing the county's allocations projects, and he's talked to us about all the different ways that citizens are getting their roads kept in prime condition, as well as providing other opportunities like bike paths and walkways and connectivity to your neighbors and all of those good things. We hope that you've enjoyed the program as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. This has been the Charleston County RoadWise program, also the transportation sales tax. We'll see you next time. This is Cheryl Harleston.
For more information about RoadWise projects, visit us at ccroadwise.org and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.